Hey, could you watch your language in front of my young son?
God damn it.
Okay, so the next
Got my young
topic.
son in the car.
Thank you for getting the Smokey and the Bandit reference.
You're welcome.
Ooh.
I'll have an El Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper and make it fast.
I'm in a goddamn hurry.
All right. So with the Super Bowl out of the way, feeling young over there?
Well, are we discussing outdated references, or are we...
Oh.
No, I think we were discussing classic movies. Your turn.
Which is almost like the Eagles. They're a classic movie.
So 1960.
Had better jokes.
Yeah.
Had better jokes.
Well, that's about when they won their last.
Do you want me to cut that part
Yeah,
out?
cut that out.
That was probably gonna leave it in though. Okay, so with that,
And everybody else will get it though.
we talked about how Gisele's overrated. Tom Brady's one of the best quarterbacks ever, and the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. So,
We
yeah,
didn't touch on just.
she's definitely overrated. So we can agree on that.
Okay.
Tom Brady's an asshole. Leaves his pregnant wife for a deer. She's disgusting.
For a deer? I don't
She
even know.
looks like a part of the
Her face is
Oh, for
distorted.
you mean? Yeah, I agree. I don't.
No,
I
this
know
is not what we're talking about. We're
But
talking
I
about
agree. I know she's a supermodel, but I don't. You're probably out of shot right now.
Of the supermodels, though, come on.
I don't think she's attractive.
Really?
Okay, we just talked about Katy Perry. Katy Perry or Giselle?
Oh, Katy Perry.
Okay.
Kate Upton's a supermodel.
But that's not.
Overrated.
Kate Upton or Giselle?
I'm going Giselle.
Get the fuck out of my head.
What?
Yeah, you're insane. I don't think she's good looking. Okay, she's attractive. If she lived across the street, well, she'd be a different color. But if she lived across the street, I'd say my neighbor is hot. As far as like a celebrity supermodel, she's not the.
Here's a random
Don't
one.
test me because I can't name
Jennifer
20.
Aniston in her prime or Giselle?
Jennifer
Oh,
Aniston
Jennifer Aniston.
today.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. She's a supermodel.
Yeah.
And
I know. I get what you're saying.
But that's her job.
Yeah.
Who's
Giselle?
Giselle?
Yeah.
Right.
I know, and it's her
And
job. She's a
45-year-old
supermodel.
Jennifer Aniston
And
looks
Jennifer
better.
Aniston's still better looking.
But will she do those commercials or that job? She won't do that job. So you need somebody else. You can be the best.
Ed,
Tom Brady's the greatest quarterback, right? But he's taken, so he's not going to.
so you can't have sex with him? I have no idea what your
I don't
point
know
is.
the point you're making.
The point is, you're sitting here saying why Jennifer Aniston isn't being a supermodel
No,
because
no,
she
no,
doesn't
nobody
want to.
said that. No one said that.
saying it
You-
at all.
No, what we said
saying-
is Giselle's overrated. He picked a middle-aged actress and said, who do you think is better looking? The point was it's A or B. Be it Jennifer Aniston or name person X.
But the reference was supermodel. That's a job.
It's Giselle's job.
Yes, I'm not trying to relate Jennifer Aniston to a supermodel. I just picked a name who's an actress, an attractive actress. Giselle's job is being attractive.
Hey, Brandy, when you're here for the next one, you're sitting beside me, all right? Thanks.
No, I don't understand what you're saying.
You are relating everything
I
to
offended
she's
you.
a supermodel, saying I
This
can't
is gonna be
believe it.
attractive.
I can't believe she's a supermodel because people think that Jennifer Aniston is hotter than she is.
Hey, Ed, can
No,
I jump?
putting
Wait, I
words in my mouth.
Can I jump in?
I didn't say any of that.
This isn't
I'm
orange
gonna try to
versus-
speak
This
Ed.
isn't blue versus red.
No,
conversation?
this is making no sense whatsoever.
Oh,
Let me break this down.
Yeah.
Do you think Giselle is good looking?
Yes.
Okay. Do you think Giselle is one of the best looking models currently modeling?
I have yes.
Okay, that's what. That's the
No
conversation.
idea. I've done a model
It's okay.
aficionado.
So that's what you're saying, and all I'm saying is I can't name that many models. I can name people who don't make their living as being great looking people who I think are far better looking. I personally do not think Giselle is good looking. She's tall.
She ugly?
I said if she lived across the street, she'd be my. I gotta be careful who might watch this. She'd be one of my hot neighbors, but.
So it's relative.
Ryan enjoyed
It
something.
is
out there.
relative. It is relative because in the world of supermodeldom, I couldn't be less impressed with her.
That's the point I was
Super
making.
Bowl
Okay,
commercials
just
this year. There'll be 50 women. Write it down. Take notes. We'll put a bet on it. There will be 50 women in
How many
commercials
women?
better looking than Giselle this year.
Okay, all right, I get that. And a lot of times with the supermodels, with most of the supermodels, I pass hotter chicks on the street.
Mm.
Go to
I don't know the
Delilah's.
street you're on.
Yeah.
Go to Delilah's and they're all hotter.
Yeah. You know, now,
Jesus Christ! I've been trying to think of a set. Not only we have a sponsor and a set and a waitress.
I hate the Delilah's radio commercials.
Thank you for stopping it there, because I didn't need to know if you hated
He
the drink
apologizes
or
for
something.
that.
Honestly, the dance numbs.
Mr. Delilah, we apologize. If you're gonna.
We're gonna trade the entire team for Marcus
point.
Mariota, which leads to the next point.
Good segue.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Useful that.
So, for the Eagles to be not 5 years from now, not 10 years from now, because not to lead into my notes, my personal opinion is Chip Kelly's only here for 2 to 4 more years. What do the Eagles have to do to play in next year's Super Bowl?
Why do you think Chip Kelly's here for 2 to 4 more years? And this is a leading question, so because do you believe it's because of his own personal
Yes.
agenda, or because if he
It
doesn't
doesn't matter what
succeed
choice
next
he is,
year,
his
he'll
own
be
personal
fired?
agenda.
Going
no,
to
he's not
college.
getting fired.
He's
There's
going back
no-
to college.
There's no way he's getting fired. If a top 5 college program opens up, yes, I think he would go back to college.
I don't.
He's not going to go to Iowa State, but if
But if you're looking at a top 5 college opening up, why do you leave Oregon? They were just in the national championship game. Granted,
And he
they
was-
got lit up.
and he was facing possible suspensions, possible disciplinary action.
Which top 5 college is going to open up? Alabama, Urban Myers,
Ohio
Nick
State?
Saban's not going anywhere in Alabama. Urban
Ohio
Meyer's
State.
not leaving Ohio State. Les Miles probably isn't leaving LSU, and if he does, it would have been for
Okay,
Michigan.
so top 5 might be limited, but one of the premier
Okay.
schools.
Only one I can even think of. What's a premier
So
school?
what's your
How about
Notre
Penn
Dame?
State? How about Franklin Fails?
If he left to go to Penn State,
He's not going to Penn State.
Wait, your
Yeah,
question
he's
is,
not leaving the Eagles
will
to
he
Penn State.
stay or go? Is that
No. My question is,
I don't
what
see
do
him
the Eagles
leaving.
have to do
I
to
don't see him
win?
leaving.
What do the Eagles have to do, not even to win, to appear in next year's Super Bowl?
A lot.
A lot. Secondary.
Well, yeah.
You know what?
No, no,
I
we're-
like Nick.
We're not the best team in the division.
No,
It's not.
I like Nick Foles. He's not getting us to the Super Bowl next year. So you're going to have to
I don't
go
think
out.
he's the problem.
Yeah, I
Why
don't
do
know
you
if
think
I
he's
agree
not
with
getting
that.
us to
You
there?
don't.
I'm not
I don't
saying
think
he
Nick
is.
on his own
Fair.
as a quarterback is getting us to the Super
The
Bowl.
defense has a ton of holes.
Okay, sure. Nick Foles isn't like
Russell
Peyton Manning.
Wilson.
Peyton Manning.
Russell Wilson
Right.
could be our quarterback, and he wouldn't get this team
Right.
Ooh, I
to the
see.
Super Bowl.
I'm not sure about that. This
Oh,
team, this team
no,
would have,
that's
this team would have
perfect
scored
position for
600 points.
This team, yeah, that's the perfect because he would get to that. We run the read option way more than the Seahawks.
Wait a minute. All right, let's talk about Nick Foles. So when Nick Foles got hurt and went down, what was his record this year?
I'm a Nick Foles fan.
Oh
don't
no,
get
what
me
was his
wrong.
record?
It was 6-2.
Six-
He
I
was
know.
6-2. So all the guy does is win, right?
He didn't win the
wait,
playoffs last year, but again, I'm a big Nick Foles fan. I don't think he's the
Do
problem.
you think the playoffs was a
All right,
Nick
all right,
Foles
can I-
mistake or Chip Kelly mistake?
Kelly.
Can I facilitate
Right,
for one
But Nick
second?
Foles could have thrown it to Deshaun Moore. He didn't.
So let me facilitate here for 1 second. So the big issue, let's back up a step. The rumors circulating are now that Chip Kelly is the football czar. He'll do whatever he has to get to Marcus Mariota. Okay?
Well, I don't want that.
Well, let
That's
me
part of
finish
the
the
rumor.
question. It's a rumor. That's what I said.
Okay, but you mortgaged the farm to get to Marcus Mariota.
That-
What does he have to work with now?
Right. That's it. What do you have to get up to do?
Same,
That-
same
Well,
team
my-
with Marcus Mariota. and
When I
Stefanski.
mentioned the running back earlier, right? So the rumors I've heard are multiple first-round picks, shady, other things. You're giving up a lot. I've also heard Fletcher
By the
Cox,
way, he
which-
was in St. Louis Airport today.
Who?
Chip Kelly.
Okay.
You think we trade him to St. Louis?
It's been the rumor.
No, the point being that they have the what pick? The 10.
Okay.
My point is, I wouldn't make any of those trades. I wouldn't trade for Mariota. He could be the greatest ever. I wouldn't do it. I'd be okay with Nick for next year. He's not the big issue. I certainly would not. And the rumor I've heard is that Fletcher Cox could be in trades,
Oh, he's
and
a-
I would not trade him under any
I
circumstance.
think he's the best player on the team.
Interesting. You like Russell Wilson as a quarterback, right? Big game quarterback,
Leading question.
Would you
Yes.
trade Cox?
right? Right. And Tom Brady's pretty good quarterback.
No, Tom Brady's one of the 3 greatest quarterbacks
Yes.
that ever lived.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
sir.
so we're talking about big game quarterbacks. So in essence, if you were to look at the Super Bowl, it's big game quarterbacks that win Super Bowls. Yeah. So if you don't think, so if I'm Chip Kelly, I'll be devil's advocate.
Hard to believe.
So if I'm Chip Kelly and
I
I,
like the
say,
devil.
and I think Marcus Mariota is the quarterback for my system to be the big quarterback, You mortgage the house for it.
Okay.
Because that's the guy.
Why? Nick Foles just went 6-2.
Oh, why?
No, hold on.
But
no,
if you
no.
mortgage the farm, you're not getting there in the next 2 to 4
Yeah, well,
years,
no,
maybe, and
let-
then he may not even be there at that point.
So let me do this.
Plus,
This is-
I'm not
Nick
disagreeing.
Foles hasn't done
this is for next
anything
year.
wrong.
So you're doing whatever you have to do to get Mariota.
No.
What are you doing?
I'm saying if I'm Chip Kelly, and I believe, here's my deal. If I'm Chip Kelly, and I believe he is the quarterback
Right?
to quarterback my system,
Yep.
you win Super Bowls with quarterbacks.
Okay. I'm
Not
still
one, but
asking
you
the
have to
same. Wait,
get
wait,
there, though,
Ryan, wait a second. I'm still asking the same question.
I'm being Chip Kelly. Do I do it, Ed Raff?
No, okay. Somehow I got Chip Kelly in my garage right now.
How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Good.
By the way,
Nice.
I
Shut
know a lot.
up.
You
No,
think it's
shut
just-
up. What were you gonna say?
how do you get him? Tell me how you get up to the first pick to get Mariota.
First of all, Mariota's not going first.
Yeah, you don't have to get to the first pick.
2?
No,
Where's he dropping to?
5 to 10. I'd say.
If
I'd
he
put-
drops to,
I agree with
if
Ryan.
he drops
I agree
to
with
10, I would absolutely explore all sorts of trade possibilities.
Every draft, whatever has him after that championship game in the.
Who
10th
do they have going first?
Winston.
Did you see him in his last game?
He's still
He
he's
sucks.
still way more prototypical. He's bigger. He's got a better arm. That's what people look for. Unless you're Chip Kelly running the read option offense, everyone else would be Jameis Winston.
Yeah, it's fair.
How you getting to 10?
How do you get there?
You're Chip Kelly.
Mortgage the house, right? So here's my deal.
I don't want.
Shady
He's
McCoy.
telling he's Chip Kelly. I want to know
Shady,
how I'm
right?
getting up 5 to 10.
So how many first rounders, right? It's going to take 3 first rounders.
Shady. I think a first rounder is worth more than Shady.
But first of all, and I'll agree with Chip Kelly in this perspective. Running back, Shady McCoy, not worth the money. Not worth the money. Running backs, you can get a running back anywhere in this system to run the football. Just as the LeGarrette Blunts exist, these guys, they're fill-in slots to make that happen. So if someone's going to appreciate a Shady McCoy, and if you're going for, and if you can guarantee you're going to get Mariota, then you put Foles up there, and 2 to 3 first rounders.
So just so I understand,
To
you're
move
saying,
up 12
hold on,
spots.
you're saying Foles,
Sure.
McCoy.
If you can guarantee it,
I just understand.
So you don't want to do this. You're just saying if you're Chip.
Foles, McCoy, and 2 first rounders, maybe 3 first rounders to move up.
sure.
So it's 2 or 3 first rounders because I don't think Foles and McCoy have anywhere near the value necessary.
I don't
No,
think
that,
so.
Foles and
But
McCoy aren't
yeah,
worth first.
yeah.
No.
There's like no value there. Matter of fact,
I think that's what you do. If I'm
McCoy's
Chip,
getting
that's what I
somebody
do.
to take salary.
If that's the guy I think is what I need, and if I'm Chip and my job is on there, then I do whatever I have to do to get the guy that I think is going to get me to the promised land.
But it's not.
But you have to fully believe in it.
I understand that there's one, like, you know, a quarterback can win you the game. Like an Aaron Rodgers could win us games or something. But our team is not, in my opinion, very good right now.
I agree.
So it doesn't matter if we have Mariota. Like,
Well, see, this is the opinion is that, or is it me being Chip Kelly, right? And that's
It's
why
hard to tell the
I
difference.
believe it from a head coach's perspective. You talk about the job, put your head on the block. If you think that guy's the guy, then sell out.
okay, but if you put
Wardrobe change?
if you put Aaron Rodgers on the Raiders this year, would they win the Super Bowl? No.
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 So that's what I'm saying, Mr. Kelly.
Okay, if you put Aaron Rodgers on the Eagles, do they win the Super Bowl?
I still say no.
Yeah.
I say no too, but
I agree.
I mean,
they're in the divisional
we
round.
Yeah, we would have
Yeah.
won the division.
whoever you put on the Eagles has to score 50 points a game for them to win a Super Bowl, right?
I don't think that ever will work. I think we need.
You need an 04 offense.
No, you're well, right. So that's if Chip Kelly, if I'm the Chip Kelly guy, and I truly believe that he is my missing link, and if I'm Chip Kelly and I thought that a safety was my missing link, then you sell out for that safety.
I don't understand what you're arguing for though. Like, are you just
the sake of argument.
You're just locking
Devil's
in
advocate.
as Chip Kelly? Like,
Well, that's what I was told.
if I were to if I were to talk
Told to do anything.
if I were to talk to Chip Kelly right now, I would say your offense is fine. Go all defense, no matter what.
All right, can I jump in?
Well,
So here's my take.
But that's what
I
I would
agree
say
with
Chip
you.
Kelly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Here's my take. If I can get a few seconds, well, more than that, a couple minutes. So defense sucks.
Chip
right
may
now.
interrupt you.
Defense sucks.
But
right
they
now.
don't suck.
You need 3 starters in secondary.
Secondary.
Yeah,
Sucks.
secondary.
There
is
we go. I
probably
think we
the
got a
worst.
great line.
You need 3 starters in secondary.
And our
You need an
linebackers-
outside linebacker. No, your linebackers are not fine. You got D'Amico
good.
Ryans coming back from
Okay.
injury with
He'll
a
be fine.
very
He'll be fine.
overpriced
He'll be fine.
salary.
He'll be fine.
I think they're pretty good.
D'Amico's fine. Barwin's fine.
Barwin's
Hendricks
great.
is fine.
Hendricks
You need,
is great.
you
Those
gotta
are the
have
two.
so- I still think D'Amico will be fine. D'Amico's the leader on the team, and he can still.
If
defend
D'Amico
the run
comes back
better than any
healthy,
linebacker
that's
on the
like one of the biggest things.
We
for
were
the
good
year.
enough to be 6-2.
great.
They were good enough to be 6-2 in the first half of the season.
Well,
So-
D'Amico, I mean,
So all right. Can we all agree the secondary blew?
yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
No one-
Well,
So-
no.
Well, seriously, you can leave now.
Jenkins is good.
How many?
Jenkins is good.
Did you know that there was a stat before the last
I
game
bet
of
it's
the
on that piece of
season?
paper.
The Eagles. That's a good point. The Eagles' defense played 2.5 games more than any other defense in the NFL.
Based on time possession.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a lot. So that's asking a lot of of people.
Should I have a blackboard for the next one so you can do math?
We could,
or-
or a grease board. I
A good,
prefer
yeah,
grease
but you think if like you plugged in a Darrell Revis, it'd be like, damn, too bad he had to play that extra quarter or something. Like,
Nope.
No,
That's
I think
what
we
I'm
play a different defense. I think we would.
They're going to play the
What if
same
we play the
defense
exact same
regardless.
bump and run
I don't think
defense?
so because I
Bump and
nah.
run.
The defense is not going to change. It's not going to
But that's a great. I mean, yeah.
You have to have the personnel.
So my point
That's
is,
exactly right.
That's what I'm saying.
let me finish my point here.
Well,
real
yeah.
quick. I'm sorry. I promise I'll get. I'm trying
Trent
to be
Williams
quiet.
and Bradley Fletcher are not the personnel.
The defense needs addressing. Okay, so let's at least agree there. But the offense is not immune. The offensive line is getting so old. Harriman's had a bad year. He's coming back from an injury. He's making $6 million a year. So if
Who else on the offensive line other than him would you replace?
Which part of
This year?
are you missing?
wait,
He's wrong about everything.
this year, nobody. My point is, you can't spend your entire draft only on defense because Jason Peters is 32, Evan Matthews is 33, Kelsey's a stud
Mathis.
if he could stay healthy.
Mathis.
What did I say?
Matthews.
It's because I can't stop thinking about Hawk,
Oh my
Jordan
God,
Matthews,
that's not what we're
one of
talking
the
about.
best receivers in
That's not
football.
what- just keep going.
Okay, so my point is, the quarterback is a huge question mark right now. I'm fine with Foles, and if it was me, that's what I would go with. But the most important position on the team is a question mark. The offensive line is aging and has injury issues, right? So it's not only that, and then at a receiver standpoint,
Who's the injury issues on the offensive line? Is
Kelsey.
Kelsey injury prone just because he got injured 1 year?
2 years in a
2
row,
years.
2 years ago was barely injury prone. Like that was
he got injured. Mathis
So
got
Evan
injured. Matthews missed 6 games. Okay,
Mathis.
Evan Matthews Mathis. No, the point is, yeah, he's older and he gets hurt. Jason Peters is great, but he's also older. So I do worry about replacing the
Which
offensive
game did
line.
Jason Peters miss this year?
He didn't miss.
Oh,
He
okay.
barely missed a snap.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I think he missed the play after he attacked the Washington guy for illegally hitting Foles, and that was great.
Finish your point.
My point is, you can't focus everything on defense. So they need so much help on defense. They also need the offensive help. There's no way I would mortgage anything for Mariota, which is what I was trying to tie it back to, because they need so many positions upgraded that they don't have enough collateral to give up to move up.
I'm in agreement.
All right, we're done.
Okay,
Stop.
best aspect of the team that I don't think needs addressing, and I would not have said this last year or the year before that, special teams. How great were the special teams this year?
Fipp was amazing, the coach. So.
And we're losing him, right? Didn't he get hired?
No, not that I'm aware of.
I think
thought
the
he
D
was-
line's the best aspect.
I thought he
of
was
the team.
going somewhere.
D-line was very impressive.
Yeah.
By the way, for all the points that the team scored that everyone wants to talk about, because they do score a lot of points,
Parky.
11, well, Parker's
Actually,
great,
you know, that's the point. It's part of special teams.
but 11 of their touchdowns, the offensive unit was not on the field.
Here's the point, right? So Chip Kelly's great
Special teams is a
offense.
solid argument. Like,
Yeah, but Chip Kelly's great offense that they say is putting up 30 points a game. In actuality, the offense I think was putting up 15 or 16 points a game. Their offense.
That's a
was.
made-up stat.
No, it's not.
there's no way that the special teams were scoring 2 touchdowns a game.
There are
In the
smartphones on the
beginning-
table,
in the-
mine's over there.
In the
Someone look
beginning,
it
there
up.
was. Where's that?
Okay, but I mean,
I don't have
most
it on
of
my notes.
most of the
I don't have it.
statistics that people look at are.
But if that was
season
close,
long.
if that was close, because it was.
But
It wasn't.
It was.
For a period of 3 games or for the season? What are you talking
8
about?
games.
the Nick Foles
Se-
games, the
Seattle,
6-2.
Arizona, Green Bay. What were the other 5?
This is a Nick Foles
Yeah, but
argument.
that was butt fumble.
Well, I'm just confused what you're saying. Like, so you're saying that without the special teams, we would have averaged 16 points a game.
It was probably about 22.
completely.
But it's 22
That's
good.
different. 22 and 16 is a touchdown.
But then who kicked the extra point?
Hey, real quick, did you guys? Oh God, that was good.
And that's
I agree. I mean, look what happened with the Steelers. You had what the hell's his name? Le'Veon Bell putting up probably one of the best running back years you've seen in a decade with the Steelers. LeGarrette Blount couldn't get time. He goes to the Patriots.
Yeah, there's very
And he's
few.
the man.
There's very few running backs. There's very few Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson's a guy that I
I
believe.
know more of them should beat their children.
Adrian Peterson's a guy that I believe you can put behind.
Let's
any
talk
line
domestic
and he's gonna
abuse.
get 100 yards.
So Ray Rice is out there and he's available
No,
if we
shut up.
trade
All right,
Shane.
no, I have a fun topic. All right, top 5 running backs in the league right now for the upcoming season, I guess would be a good way to say it. On their current team,
We'll say it one way or the other.
who are the top 5 running backs for the upcoming season
Are we
if
doing
they
this
stay
as
on their
16?
current team?
Are we doing this as a panel or are we going to throw?
I would just like to hear.
I'll start with DeMarco Murray.
That's where I was
Okay.
thinking. And I hated to say it.
Is Peterson playing next year?
Wait, that's your number 1 running back?
It's top 5. Whether he's 1 or 2, he's up there. Yeah,
All right.
he's a
He'd be
stud.
my 2.
I'm sorry about the Blue Star, but he's a stud.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to play for him next year, but
Shady's still in my top 5.
oh, I would have him in my top 5.
Yeah, he's a top 5 running back.
Top 5. He's on the decline.
Lynch is a top 5 running back.
I wouldn't trust him. Yes,
He's
he
a head
is.
case. He is, but he's a
I
head
wouldn't
case.
trust him,
He's a
but-
head case.
Yeah,
I'm all about that action, boss.
Absolutely. You what?
What? I said I'm all about that action, boss.
I'm good. Thanks for asking. I was doing my Marshall.
No one, no one hears
Over
that.
my
Do we
head.
need to live here to understand?
I think
That's
so. Sometimes.
Because obviously this
20
is
million
I'm
people
just
on
here so I
social
don't get
network.
fined. I'm just here
Just
so I don't
like-
get
Thank you, thank you.
Just out of curiosity.
Cheers to the guy not drinking.
Do either of you have ESPN?
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Pretty much the only thing that's ever on in my apartment, so.
I avoid most of the pre 2-week Super Bowl
Oh,
lead up
screw that.
and
Tuesday
all-
I'm interested in.
and all of Super Bowl Sunday that morning leading up to. Do we need 17 hours of pregame coverage?
I'm
No.
sorry, but the
Do I need?
The
I
Puppy
do.
Bowl is a necessity.
Oh,
Puppy
is what?
Bowl.
Is a what?
Necessity?
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
necessity.
you said something
Necessity.
else. Yes,
No, necessity.
hold on. The Puppy Bowl is the greatest invention of all time.
It's not the same
Oh, there he is. He missed me. I haven't seen you.
without Harry.
You're more of an Uber Puppy Bowl fan than I am.
Wow.
Can I
There
admit
you
that?
go.
It's not the
Wow.
same without
Oh,
Harry.
wait, Harry?
Callis,
Callis?
he
He's
is-
in the Puppy Bowl?
Yes.
You have to know that.
I didn't know that.
He's being an ass, I think.
Oh.
It's blue.
My ass is blue?
Oh,